Hi everyone, this is part 2 of the percents unit. Let's start talking about percent change. So percent change is going to be used a couple different places. So percent change and error are both used when we talk about like data and products. You know, they can describe how products are doing, if they're doing well, if they're doing badly, stuff like that. You're also going to see these values talked about on the news. So the news will say products are doing well, they have an increase in their prices, we can find the percent change, stuff like that. Percent change can also be used to talk about price, stock markets, different amounts, we could talk about population, stuff like that. And then simple interest, that's used to talk about how much money you're going to make on a loan, how much an investment's going to get you, how much interest you're going to earn at the bank, other places as well, but a lot of money talk for that one. Your newscaster is going to report on all these values. Your banker and loan person are going to be important for your interest rates. Your business person is going to use, percent change and percent error to know about their data and their products. Stockbrokers are going to look at percent changes to know if a stock is going to increase or decrease. And then statistician is going to look at all of the information from the data and kind of make decisions about it. So they'll just use this information to know what their data is telling them. So percent change describes the change between an original value and a new value. So we have two values changing here. The percent change is either going to increase or decrease. It depends on if your values went up or down. Our formula for this, we still have percent over 100. Your other side's a little bit different now. It is the change in the values over the original value. So we got to figure out, how do you find the change in a value? An example, if oranges used to be $2 and now they're $3.50, what is the change in the price? Well, I would take $3.50 and I would subtract $2. That's going to give me $1.50. So to find the change, we're subtracting the original value by the new value, and that gives us our new answer. One thing that we do need to make sure is that this number is always positive, so if you get a negative number, just change that into a positive number. Alright, let's try a couple questions on the next page. So it says, a gallon of milk costs $2.78 in 2000 and $4.38 today. What is the percent change? So first thing it has here, I have original, new, and the change. The original value is how much the milk was at the start. That would be my $2.78 because that's how it was, like how much it was in the year 2000. The new value is how much it is today. That's $4.38. To find the change, I'm going to take $4.38 and just subtract $2.78 to get my change. So we're just typing that into our calculators to see what we get. 438 minus 278, and it gets us 1.60. So it changed by $1.60. Now we're going to set up our proportion. Percent is what we're actually looking for in this one. We don't know the percent, so that's going to be our x. 100 is the bottom number. And then my change goes on top here. My original value goes on bottom, which is 278. And now I'm going to cross multiply. So I've got 278x, and I'm going to multiply 1.60 by 100. Remember when we multiply by 100, that just means we're moving that decimal over 2 spots. So 160, I just move it over twice, becomes 160. Just no decimal in it now. And then I'm going to divide. So I take both sides, divide by 2.78. X is 160 divided by 2.78 is 57.55 ... Goes on forever. So I am now going to round that. It says here we're going to round to the nearest percent. So I'm going to go nearest whole number. So 7 looks to the 8 behind it. 7 looks to the 5 behind it. 5 says 7 should get bigger, so this now becomes 58. It's a percent, so I'm going to put a percent sign on it. And the percent change is going to be 58%, and we have to say if it's an increase or a decrease. Since our price went up, this is an increase. All right, let's try number 2. It says Kaya bought a pair of socks for $2 2 years ago. Today she bought the same pair of socks for $4.05. What's the percent change? So the original is $2. It is now $4.05. That's my new. That means our change, we got to take $4.05 and take away the $2. We should get $2.05. Now I take my proportion. I know I'm looking for the percent. I don't know that. I know 100 goes under it. I know my change goes on the top left. That's my $2.05. Under that needs to be my original value, which is just $2. I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to get 2x is 205. I'm going to divide by 2. I get x is 205 divided by 2 is 102.5. And I'm going to round that to the nearest whole number. So 2 looks to the 5 behind it. It rounds to 103. This is 103%, and since my price went up, this is an increase. All right, let's talk about what it means for this to go up by 103%. That means that not only did the price increase, it actually more than doubled. If you are over 100%, that means you are doubling your numbers. Since we went from 2 to a little over 4, we're doubling the price. So if it's ever 100% or more, you can expect your change to be very large. All right, one more together. Hayden decreased his mile time from 8 minutes to 7 minutes. What was the percent change? So his original mile time was 8 minutes. His new mile time is 7 minutes. So that means our change is going to be 8 minus 7, which is 1. So now I'm going to set up my proportion. I don't know my percent, that's my x. I know 100 goes under x. I know my change goes on the other side. I know my original value goes under the 1. I now cross multiply. I have 8x equals 100. I divide by 8. I get x is 12.5. And I'm going to round that to 13%. So that is 13%, and it says it's a decrease. Our time went down, so this is actually going to be 13% decrease in our time. All right, if you have questions on that, let me know. Otherwise, you are now going to go do 4, 5, 6, and 7. So go do 4 through 7. Star questions if you are interested. Pause the video now and do that. All right, number 4, we should be getting a 2% increase. Number 5, we should get a 50% increase. Number 6 should be a 24% decrease. And number 7, that one is going to be an 11% decrease. Let me know if you have questions on that. Otherwise, have a great day.